Greetings and salutations, witches and wizards. This is your girl Sage, aka Sage the Urban Witch, and welcome to Sippin' Tea and Tarot Podcast, where we do podcast-style tarot and divination readings, as well as cover topics on spiritual, protection and warfare, witchy lifestyle, hot trending topics, and all things witchy from an urban witch's perspective. An urban indigenous witch, to be exact. Okay, so without further ado, you guys, today's podcast episode, this will be episode number 1. We're going to cover the topic, you guys, of why I chose to launch my second channel, which is entitled The House of Sage. Okay, now, caveat now, this is right off the dome. I do have a few notes here, but just to let y'all know, for those of you guys who are used to those, beautifully curated episodes, podcast episodes, that's not your girl, okay? I don't do no editing over here, okay? Because your girl got shit to do, okay? And so if you hear some stuttering and stammering, it's gonna stay in there, okay? If I have to clear my throat, it's gonna stay in here. And last but not least, if I have to cough, or if you hear some noises going on around me downstairs, it's gonna stay in there, because that's just what it is, Just have to let y'all know that right off the top, okay? Also, you guys, I'm up here upstairs in my witchy cave / apothecary / wife cave / office / little studio on the other side up here. I love my little space. And, I might occasionally, you'll hear some noises, particularly on today. This is Saturn day, early rising, and my little rambunctious blue-eyed nephews like to come around trying to find TT, and TT be up here hiding and shit, because I be busy, I definitely be busy, but your girl don't have the patience for the little ones. I love them, but I love them the best when I can give them back, And I have fur babies, I'm rich auntie, I play with them for a good 45 minutes and I give them back, because, hey, I'm an empath. I can't be letting them drain my energy. They just got too much. They need to bottle it up and sell it, But just to, let you guys know, it might be that type of episode where you may hear some noises. Hopefully you won't hear their little voices, because again, what? I don't edit. All right. But having said that, guys, I want to get into episode number 1, you guys, on why I chose to launch my second channel, The House of Sage. So one of the reasons, you guys, why I chose to launch this channel here was as an experiment. And what do I mean by that? Well, in comparison to my first channel, and I'm not going to give you guys the name, because, if you know, if you find out, then, outside of you being a stalker, if you find out, then it's meant for you to find out. That means you're a part of my tribe, okay? But, yeah, I have a first channel, dear ones, and it took me quite a while to get it off the ground. Now, granted, I was new to the YouTube streets, so as of today, it is currently in the month of February in 2023. Well, I launched my original channel, you guys, back in August of 2020. And, I didn't know anything about Mr. Algorithm. Mr. Algorithm is a trip, but we'll get into that later, But I didn't know much about Mr. Algorithm, and I didn't know much about, how often to post and what to do. I was simply learning as I go, and, I made a few mistakes and things of that nature, but I also learned along the way that, something fishy was going on as I was comparing my channel to other people's channel, knowing that, I got the sauce too, and, I make it do what it do too. And so, there was certain people that, they would, do tarot readings on some of the similar topics as mine, but they would get way more views and things of that nature. And I was like, So, fast forward to 2.5 years later, you guys, and I decided to launch this particular YouTube podcast channel entitled The House of Sage as an experiment. And one of the experiments was to make sure I wanted to find out, you guys, to what extent was my original channel being shadow banned, because I'm like, wait a minute, now something is just not right here, where it seems like I'll get to a certain number of views and then all of a sudden it'll just stop, and it's like, like the video don't even exist no more. And I was like, that's kind of peculiar there. That's kind of different, and I was noticing that, the algorithms would catch my video, but then it was, Mr. Algorithm is very fickle. He's always off to the next best thing. He's not loyal. Mr. Algorithm is a hoe, and he ain't loyal. He don't stay loyal to his peoples, to his women, So yeah, I wanted to launch this channel, you guys, to see to what extent it was being shadow banned. Also, because, your girl Sage picked up a lot of haters along the way, And I also noticed, as far as a shadow ban, that, unfortunately, even though tarot readers and diviners and spiritualists are a dime a dozen, shall I say a quarter a dozen here on these YouTube streets, unfortunately, those of us who are indigenous, spiritualists and tarot readers, women and men of color, unfortunately, our videos do not get the type of premiere and the type of notice that other non-indigenous witches, wizards, and tarot readers get. It's just a fact, and so, Mr. Algorithm is kind of prejudiced, and I was like, yeah, I see that this is a thing. I didn't really understand and recognize how an algorithm could be biased, but it is definitely so, So maybe, a non-indigenous tarot reader, they're good in what they do in their own right as well. But maybe, they only have to post, 2 videos a day or 3 videos a week. And, they're getting 100 views, every 30 minutes, and they're getting 45 subscribers a day, and I'm just sitting up here on the back post like, damn, crickets. Does anybody see me? Interestingly, though, even though I wasn't getting a lot of algorithm, in my original channel, you guys, because I was like, yeah, there's some type of soft ban or something going on. I surely was attracting a lot of haters, because, I have, your girl got a delusional, unhinged, but very dedicated troll. We'll get more into that later, and, I was noticing that I surely was getting a whole lot of, troll accounts and faceless, trolls on my shit, subscribing and leaving troll comments and this and that. But I was like, where are the real, genuine, authentic subbies at? They were nowhere to be found. They scattered here and there and about, but, not to the extent of, what it should have been. And that's when I realized that, maybe not now, but somewhere down the future, I'm definitely going to have to really evaluate if whether or not I'm either going to stop the original channel or if I'm going to, just create a new channel. Well, fast forward to now, I decided to continue my first channel, and also relaunch, or shall I say launch, a new one, which is this particular podcast channel here, you guys, called The House of Sage. Okay. So, I was noticing that, even though my subby counts was extremely low, and I would get a lot of troll comments, though, my overall views were going up. It just seemed like it was a mismatch, because I was like, well, there are more incognito viewers than subbies? Yep, I came to the conclusion that that is so. And so, ironically, you guys, as it stands today in the month of February 2023, on my original channel, your girl got well over almost 1,100,000 views in less than 2.5 years. However, I only have 3K, a little bit over 3K followers. Weird, right? Absolutely. So I definitely do know that there's some type of tampering going on with my channel there. There is definitely some shadow banning. If not full on hardcore shadow banning, it's definitely a soft ban going on, because I got some haters, and I believe that it's really been caused by this particular troll here that I can't seem to shake off. I have a C-list music industry bomb who was absolutely obsessed with your girl. She turned down this community dig long time ago. Hell, I was damn near a babe. you know and this mofo has been tracking me online ever since. That's why I shut down my social media page. And, I love my hubby, so I don't want him to go to jail for toe tagging this bitch. Because our motto over here, you guys, is make money, not bail. You feel me? So, I said I can handle this, whatever. Just ignore, just do spell work, just vanish. And, me and hubby, we got some things in place, and we working on that. But I say that, the road to just a witch just trying to do what she do and mind her fucking business, mind the business that pays her, get online. And, I didn't want to do it. Spirit prompted me to do this. And this is one thing, you guys, about being a witch, I'm born into it, not sworn into it. So this was a mantle that was passed on to me, and I reluctantly accepted, And the more and more that my skills and abilities and gifts came online, I was literally pushed almost, in a little bit of ways, almost harassed by spirit to get online, and to share my gifts. So, here I am. But, the road hasn't been easy, because for someone that is so low key, someone such as myself that stays in my lane and minds my business, and, that's not really popped out, I haven't gone viral, I surely do have a lot of eyes on me, and particularly a disproportionate amount of hate watchers, that watch your girl, as opposed to those who have a genuine, authentic, support of just wanting to see me be great, just like them, recognizing and understanding that there's enough online for both of us, all of us, to get it, So, yeah, I definitely was wanting to, launch this second channel here, as an experiment. To what extent is my channel being shadow banned? Because indeed it is, okay? Because we know we're dealing with me as an indigenous, witch, in comparison to a lot of tarot readers out there on the YouTube streets, And, there's a lot of those who are not indigenous, and, they get far more views, far more plays, far more opportunities to, collab, make, do deals and sell merch and this and that. Plus, your girl, I don't show my face for a number of reasons, but, the original reason was because, I still have one foot in the public arena. And, not everyone accepts, witches. So I'm very, very mindful of that as I navigate in these online and offline streets. And then, also, I'm attached to my husband, and, he is a wizard, but he is very much so in the world of commerce. And I won't say what all else he does, but, he's very established. And, if they see me, they see him. If they see him, they see me. And so, it's not just about me. I have to think about those that I love as well, and the consequences and repercussions of that. So, I'm very low key. And plus, my Nana, who is a shaman, and a powerful witch in her own right, may she rest in peace, and in paradise, have always taught me about, how it wasn't always such a good idea to, put yourself out on Front Street, because, people still be engaging y'all in, witch wars, and witch hunts and shit, They may call it another name. Today they call it gang stalking. But it's still that nonetheless. And so, for a lot of different reasons, those are some of the ones included, dear one. I chose not to show my face online, my offline business, of course, I show my face. People know me, but, I operate by word of mouth. So again, it's by honor code. All of my clients and customers that I get through my very profitable, thanks be to Spirit and the Most High, my ancestors, my profitable online spiritual business comes from word of mouth. It's from people that, they know me and they refer me to other people. And that's how my business has been built. I don't do any type of offline advertisings. I don't sell, I don't pass out business cards or brochures or, I don't have a website. I might get one in the near future, but that's something that me and hubby will discuss. But, I say all that, to say that that's the way that I roll on the street, on the spiritual streets here on YouTube. But even that, dear one, that still doesn't account for why my channel my subscribers are so low, yet my views are so high. I believe I might be the one and only, if not a handful of individuals, of content creators that have been able to pull that off. To pull off over 1 million views with less than 3K followers, or, a little over 3K followers. I think I should get an award or plaque just for that feat in and of itself. But yeah, that helped me to realize, dear one, that, my channel was being shadow banned, if not just soft banned. And so, as a result, I thought it would be to my betterment to launch a second channel, because I want to test this experiment. I want to test this hypothesis here of, to what extent it's being shadow banned. Okay. Also, I wanted to test and see to what extent, my channel and I myself was being targeted, again, by this very much so delusional and thirsty ass hater here, who was an industry bomb, who has been following your girl for and harassing, and trying to do dumbass sex magic spells and shit, and gang stalking, online trolling and stalking for over 10 years. Yeah, you heard me right. And, I'm trying to see, well, to what extent is this dude, this problematic ass dude, compromising my channel? I've come to the conclusion now, dear one, that, people know people. And so, when you're in the industry, of course, people at Google, people at YouTube and things of that nature. And there's obviously someone that is up inside of, YouTube and Google that knows this bomb here. And they made some type of, arrangements, called in some favors, and they fucking with my channel, fucking with your girl's channel. My channel just will not grow the way that it should be growing, even though I continue to get the views. And it's almost as like, people be watching my views with private accounts and on, the hidden browsers and shit, so that my count stays, my sub count stays low, and I still remain pretty much hidden, out of the algorithms, but yet my views is up, because the views won't lie. The overall views, if you click on it, whether you clicking on a private account, a troll account, or something of the sort, the views will still pop up. So they haven't found a way to get around that. I know they hate that they haven't been able to do it. So yeah, I can tell that, unfortunately my original channel is definitely being compromised, and, the second channel here will kind of show to what extent, So another reason, dear one, speaking of, how I have so many hate watchers watching your girl, watching my shit, another reason why I decided to launch this second channel, you guys, was because I wanted to, kind of remove my presence, from the number one stalker and, the other hate watchers. At least have one channel where I felt as though I don't have those low vibrational, piercing, evil eyes on me every fucking time I post a video, just to, see. Because, it's one thing when you're online and you're trying to establish, yourself as a content creator. You're perhaps contemplating and getting things in order to see to what extent you're going to offer services online, and you're navigating into new territory. And that comes with its own, challenges and issues. But to, on top of that, have to deal with, trolls, dedicated trolls and haters, and stalkers. That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother can of worms, you see. And, for someone like myself that I say, I'm not, a clout chaser. I'm not into, wanting to be in the public eye to that type of point. Your girl likes to operate beneath the grid. I've always been comfortable behind the scenes because, number one, that's where the power is. And number two, that's where you can have the most peace and not be fucked with, And I just decided that, if I have another channel, I feel as though I can continue to express myself freely with a little bit more peace, And also, hey, add a little bit extra AdSense on top of that, even though YouTube don't pay my bills. But, every now and then it's nice to get a little gas money. For the week, or whatever the case may be. So, that's another reason, dear one, why I decided to launch my podcast YouTube channel here, The House of Sage. Another reason, dear one, is that I wanted to see, how long it would take the second channel to grow, compared to my first channel. In other words, I learned as I went. So I made a lot of mistakes, and, I believe that I've learned from those mistakes. For example, I had originally read when I had first started my channel, my original channel back in 2020, that, you just need to be consistent. It's not really how many videos you do. It's just that you're consistent. So, if you just decide that you're going to post one video a week, just be consistent. If you decide you're going to post a video every Monday at 6 o'clock, continue to post that video every Monday at 6 o'clock, and you will see your channel grow. And that's a bold-faced lie, especially in an oversaturated niche such as tarot and divination. I see mofos, dear one, they stay on these YouTube streets all day long. I don't know how in the hell they have time to wash their ass, cook food, take care of their babies, vacuum the floor, wash dishes, motherfucking blink, have a sip of tea. I don't see how they make time in a day, because they stay on these YouTube streets pumping out videos. And they do live videos too. Your girl Sage, I do premieres. I try to do a batch at a time because I got shit to do. And they just be on back to back to back to back to back. Fast. 6, 7, 8 videos a day. An hour apart. 25 minutes apart. I'm like, what? So, of course, little old me that's poking my head out, checking the temperature, sticking my big toe in the pool to see what the temperature is. Ain't no way in the world that I was going to be able to get any type of traction compared with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that's pumping out a tarot video every goddamn 15 minutes. So that whole just be consistent, listening to Mr. YouTube, just be consistent and just post one video a week, So I went from, one a week to, 3 a week. I still wasn't seeing any traction. Then I went from 3 a week to I'm going to post one video every day. I might have gotten maybe like 1 or 2 new subs every other week. I'm like, damn. But I just kept going because Spirit kept telling me, don't stop, don't quit, yada, 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 yada. This is not about money. This is your path. This is your part of your path, part of your purpose, and you being obedient, So I just kept at it. But I'm like, okay, Spirit, but this is some bullshit, So I went from you guys doing 1 video a week to 3 a week to 5 a week to 1 every day. And then that wasn't good enough. So I was doing 2 a day, every day, 7 days a week, and then 3, and then 4. And now I'm up to, as I do my videos in batches, Shit, I believe I'm like 5 to 6 videos a day, y'all. 7 days a week. And the views, I might be lucky if I get on a video, 200, 250 videos. And I know it's some bullshit because your girl is a spiritual beast. You understand me? Can't nobody do it like I do it. And I'm not bragging. I'm just keeping it all the way real. Realer. Okay? So I'm like, yeah, there's definitely some situation. There's something fishy going on here. Especially when I was seeing no shade, but I'm seeing other tarot readers, dear one, that would have my same, topic. Some of them trying to, copy some of my same bravado, my same swag, and they getting 500, 600, 800 or more views than me, and that's my shit. So I'm like, okay, spirit, give me the green light and let me know what to do about this shit, because I'm not going to have nobody stealing my shit and there will be no consequences and repercussions. That's not how we roll over here. Now I put some things in place. I'll just leave it at that. Subbies started coming up, but it's still like a lag, a stop and go. So where we're at now, we like less than 4 G's. We in the mid 3s. But, it's still, for the amount of work that I put in, 5 to 6 videos a day, every day. It's still, the math ain't mathing, y'all. But nonetheless, though, I just definitely wanted to, at least start this channel, because I'm like, I know that particular channel, is on the radar for, the #1 stalker and all of his whole harem of fuckery that's following your girl. Calling in and false flagging my channel, and this and that, because now the motherfucker is being exposed and he don't like that. But we don't give a damn over here. Stay your lurking ass off my channel and tell all of them other roaches that roll with you to stay off my motherfucking channel too. Tell your mama too, bitch, because I know she watching it too. Yeah, Mama Dukes is just as crazy as your raggedy ass, y'all over there like Dumb and Dumber, operating as a team, just fucked up. Don't make no sense, But since I tell my viewers, since they can't do nothing but just watch and lurk, well, get my numbers up, bitch, because that's all you good for. But again, as part of my experiment, that's why I wanted to launch this second channel, Yeah, I want to have a channel, dear one, where at least for a little bit, because I believe this motherfucker got my IP address or something, He got some family members or him themselves. They probably some goddamn professional hackers and shit, They know people at YouTube. He in the industry, so they know people, Know people at Google, know people at YouTube that be, watching my goddamn channel. Am I on some type of watch list or what the fuck? Who knows, Hell, I'm like a motherfucking rock star to these people. Shit. Well, just bring me the rock star money, ho, since you want to bring me the rock star issues and problems. Let's equal the playing field, goddammit. So that's one of the other reasons, everyone, why I decided to launch my channel, okay? My second channel over here, the House of Sage, okay? And I wanted to see, how far it would take for this one to grow. Now, it's probably going to take a while, only because, number one, my first channel took so long because, I was trying to, there was a learning curve, and I was trying to figure out how much to post. And I'm going to cut back on all of that posting, because I just know that, the channel is just compromised, But not only that, I definitely won't be posting as much, all of those damn videos over here on the House of Sage. I think I've decided so far that I'm just going to post maybe 3 videos every Wednesday, and then I'll do, my podcast episodes maybe once a month on a Sunday. So, that'll be a little something to look at, and we'll see how long it takes, for the algorithms to catch it, and I've done it. I haven't done any type of thing where I'm going to let anyone from my first channel know about this channel so that they can subscribe and, The stalker, the lurker, hell, if they over there trying to figure out if I got a new channel, I'm not going to give them, the ammunition. Find it on your own with your lurking motherfucking ass then, and I'm not going to tell you. So I'm trying to, make it as the growing of the channel as authentic as possible without, hipping anybody that is already on my first channel to come to this second one. So I just want to see, So, this is part of my great experiment. And then also, I wanted to launch this channel to see to what extent, I have grown, you guys, from learning from my mistakes, mistakes such as, listening to outdated information as far as, how to get followers, as far as that, just be consistent over the quantity. That certainly all accounts for, how popular you are from the start. For example, if you're already popular on another social platform such as Twitter or Twitch or Facebook or TikTok or whatever the case may be, and then you tell them that you have launched a YouTube channel, well, you're off to a good start because they're going to follow you wherever you are. But if you're just coming from, straight out the gate from scratch and nobody knows you, nobody knows your name and nobody knows your face, then, it's a lot more difficult to build up that following there. And YouTube doesn't take that into account, and neither does Mr. Algorithm. So we'll see, based on just seeing organically how quickly it takes for the second channel to grow without me trying to just really go in overdrive, trying to just pump out video after video after video. We're not doing that for this second channel. This will definitely be about quality more so than quantity, even though, I definitely keep the quantity and the quality over there, but over here to just strictly be about, this is my baby. We just gonna see, how it grows. We gonna nurture it, we gonna put in the quality, in addition to everything, all of the other hats that I'm juggling here, with my offline spiritual business. That in and of itself requires a lot of time and a lot of energy. Hubby is working in, the family business, and so all of his time and energy goes to that. Okay, that is what takes care of the bills in our house. That's what takes care of all of the accounts, financial accounts in our home. So what I'm doing, this is all me. This is all your girl. And I'm only one person. So, but I'm the type of person where, I don't care, what my hubby is doing. And I suggest you guys be the same. I don't rely on no man. I don't rely on anybody. I'm very, very independent and I'm very self-sufficient, even though I am married. Your girl will always be making money. Now listen, I know that the level of money that I make, and I do well for myself, I'm blessed. But in comparison to my hubby, I know that I would certainly be in a different tax bracket or, a different standard of living of what I have become accustomed to without him. But still, I'm going to make money, because for me, money is not just about the dividends. It's not about that. It's about the level of peace and the level of freedom and self-sufficiency on a mental and emotional level that it gives me, that it gives your girl, So I'm going to keep making money whether I have to pay bills or not. That's just the way that it's going to be over here in the House of Sage. It makes me feel better. It makes me sleep good at night, And I recommend that for all you divine feminines out there, all you witches and wizards out there, those of you guys who are blessed and fortunate enough, to be married to a high earner, to be married to someone that is very much so playing his traditional role of being a provider and a protector. You still need to make your own money, even if they just be like, baby, that's your money, go get your hair done, your nails done, save that for you when you go on your girls trips, save that for your peace of mind money. I don't care what you do with that. I got it. Even if he says that, dear one, like mine does, you still better be making some money. Because any day and time, and I didn't get off the subject, but I guess Spirit wanted me to hit this. Any time, dear one, hubby could go crazy. He could turn rabid. He could, lose his mind and shit, and turn into some type of rabid beast. We shoot mad dogs over here. We don't play that shit, Yeah, well, I believe in the right to bail. I don't care who you are. Yeah, I love you, but I love me more. Self-love above all love. And, I don't know. This world is wicked now. You got spirits jumping into people and shit, You got motherfuckers going crazy. People slipping stuff in people's drinks, They come home, they go to work one day and come home another way. And, you got a whole issue. So, I don't put nothing outside of, the realm of possibility. And I say that to say that, enjoy things while they last, while they're beautiful, but you always want to have something set aside for a rainy day or a storm or a motherfucking hurricane, whatever the case may be. Okay? Yeah. So, you ladies out there, you witches out there, you who are also blessed and fortunate, to be married and to have a protector or provider, And for us indigenous women, I had to go outside of my community and outside of my race and culture to get my king, I don't have a king, I got a king, a French Canadian one. I'm very, very fortunate, but I'm still, your girl Sage still gonna make her money, even if compared to his money, is not the same. But again, it's for my peace of mind. And so I say all that to say, as far as this second channel, it's not really about the money, you guys. It's not about the clout. It's not about, feeling as though I have to prove myself to someone or anyone. Like I said, I got onto this because Spirit urged me to do so as part of my path, and I was being obedient, okay? So this channel right here, we ain't gonna be pumping out a whole bunch of goddamn videos and shit, 5-6 videos a day like I do on my other channel, which I will be cutting back soon. We ain't gonna be doing all of that. It's going to be strictly quality over here versus quantity, And I definitely want to see, how far or how long it's going to take for this particular channel to grow. I know it'll probably be about a year. The other one took like 1.5 years for me to get monetized, but we'll see how long it takes over here, And I might, maybe up the consistency to, outside of, having videos on Wednesdays only, and then, Sundays when I do a podcast once a month. But it won't be every day, I tell you that. It'll probably be twice a week, but it won't be no goddamn every day. I tell you that right now, okay? So if y'all looking to, get more from your girl over here, y'all better just keep on replaying those damn videos over and over again, and, like, share, and subscribe, motherfucker. Okay? Yeah, pass them on to your friends. Pass them on to those that you feel will at least get a laugh and a giggle, out of, my content. I've been told, hubby tell me, my in-laws tell me I'm just funny as hell. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad you think so. I guess you funny when you don't try to be. I think that's what it is, because I don't try to be. This is just my personality. I just tell it like it is from my perspective, So if you guys, if you get a kick out of what I'm saying, you get a kick out of the tarot readings and the podcast and things of that nature, just from, entertainment purposes, go ahead on and share it. And then also, if you feel as though, you picking up what I'm putting down as far as the spiritual intel, pass that along too, pass it on to, my soul tribe, to my vibe tribers who are just like me. Those of you guys out there, where you enjoy, iron sharpening iron. You enjoy listening to someone that can kind of relate to you guys as far as, any type of paranormal experiences you've had, coming up from, toxic family abusive homes, but you overcame, because I'm an overcomer, and if grew up in a home, where you have an ancestry, a bloodline of witches, wizards, medicine men, medicine women, shamans, and the like, and you just feel as though you can find somebody in 2023 that you can vibe with, because we're still a minority in the larger matrix B system. We don't see a lot of ourselves out there in the public as we do online. Online has made it a little bit easier for us to find each other, through less than 6 degrees of separation. So for those of you guys who like that type of thing, and you can vibe with someone just like yourself, who is a highly evolved empath, introvert, healer, starseed, mystic, magician, and witch, such as your girl Sage, then pass it along to people that, would be, blessed to come across me in my channel. Okay? Just like, with my offline business, it's organic. It's going to be word of mouth because Mr. Algorithm, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, And, Mr. Algorithm is kind of prejudiced, Him kind of prejudiced now. So, we have to do a little extra for those of us who are melanated, those of us who are indigenous, the indigenous witches out there, okay? I'm just stating facts. This is not a political channel, even though I'm going to talk about whatever the hell I want, when I want, and how I want. But I'm just stating facts, You ain't going to solve a situation by pretending as though it doesn't exist. Hell, listen, I'm in an interracial marriage, y'all. My husband is fair, blue-eyed, French Canadian. You can't tell me and he can't tell me, and everyone looking at us when we together can't tell me that he has a level of privilege that I don't have. But at the same time, I have a level of privilege that I did not have when I was not with him. And I still have a level of privilege that I have because I'm associated with him. I got a level of financial, social, and even political privilege with my husband that I would not otherwise have if I was either by myself or with somebody else. That, according to the dominant society, does not have power. You picking up what I'm putting down? So, we don't play fa la 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 games over here. We don't sit cross-legged on the mountain, thinking that it's all good in the hood, and there's no such thing as color, and there's no such thing as race and gender dynamics in politics, because that would be a lie. Yeah. So I say all that, dear one, to say that sometimes we do have to work a little bit more fervently than other, counterparts, that are in the same niche or field as us, simply because that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. So, I just, built this second channel because I'm going to see which way the cookie going to continue to crumble on this here second channel. Yeah. So, let's see, as I look at my notes, you guys, what else do I have on here that I wanted to share with you guys? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to learn from my mistakes, over posting frequency. I don't know how much that's going to change because, like I said, I'm not going to be pumping out videos every day over here on this channel. It's definitely going to be focused on, quality as opposed to quantity. Okay. And then I wanted to hit the ground running, now that I've learned from some of my mistakes in terms of, that whole posting once a week, that shit is out the window, So now I know that I have to definitely have a little bit more than that, So I wanted to see to what extent. So this is definitely like a social experiment, And then, by me really, cutting out distractions, you guys, when you first get into the game, I'm going to have a YouTube channel. When you watch certain, we've been watching YouTube for a very long time before we decide to, ever get up on it and be a part of it. That's usually how it goes, because I don't even watch cable. I don't watch regular TV. Everything I need to see is on YouTube, or some of those free streaming platforms that they have out, But your girl ain't got to pay no money to watch no videos or nothing, because half the time I'm too busy anyway. But as far as social media, as far as, like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all of that, after, I first came on, I was trying to do some of everything because I thought I wanted to have all of that popping off, and in addition to YouTube. And I had this vainglorious idea that, shoot, maybe I can just, do everything online. maybe I could have 4, 5, or 6 different lucrative streams of income right off the bat, because sometimes, watching YouTube videos will make you a little delusional. If you look at some of the selected, chosen, already predisposed for success content creators, who are unicorns, and then they establish themselves to be, the mold for everyone else. I got to 100,000 views in 6 months. Well, bitch, you's a unicorn. But also, did you let everybody know that, back in the day before we even knew you, you are a Disney baby? You were doing commercials and voiceovers, before we even saw you on YouTube. So you already had a platform. You already had a following. You was a newscaster, working for some station and who knows where. So when you came on YouTube, you already had established a whole base of at least 150,000 subscribers that you brought from your newscasting station. Well, why are you up here trying to pretend as though, you a unicorn and everybody can be one too, just like you? Stop that foolishness, So some of us, dear one, there's a lot of things that is hidden from us that we don't take into account. And we think that, wow, if this person is earning a living and all they're doing is YouTube videos all day, every day, and now they have enough money where they can hire editors and, they can hire people to, write their content for them, and they can hire people to, do photo shoots for them to post on Instagram, and now they're making all types of brand deals and selling merch and this and that. All of that within 6 months. Got monetized within 3 months. All of this type of unicorn shit. Just because they did it, dear one, don't mean that you do it, because there's a lot to the story, the backstory that they ain't gonna tell you. You're gonna have to figure it out, or you're gonna have to go into the ethos and get the downloads and figure out why they got what they got and why, it ain't gonna be that way for you. So, once you get over your delusion of watching YouTube videos and watching the unicorns and thinking you're going to be one of them, the reality of the algorithms and the realities of the haters online that be trying to block you and stop you, and the stalkers and this and that really, throws a nice flash of water on your face and wakes you up to the reality that, it's a little bit more to this YouTube game than what people saying, And I wanted to find out to what extent. So I definitely said, for this particular second channel, you guys, I won't be having the distractions such as, trying to keep up and posting every day, all day on social media. Because number one, the trolls and the stalkers over there. Now, look, the industry mud duck, got on my goddamn nerves, got on hubby's nerves so bad. And again, I didn't want my baby to catch a case, because our motto is make money, not bail. I must reiterate that, that I just decided it was too much of a headache to be on it. Wasn't nobody watching my shit but lurkers anyway. I'm not giving y'all my spiritual intel, my good shit. Y'all go eat it up and belch and don't even leave a like or a heart. Fuck you and fuck that. And then I decided, by not doing it, I just have so much more energy. And then I'm keeping people out of my business, people that I don't want in there in the first place, that feel entitled to know what I got going on because you's obsessed. So I have more time and more energy to dedicate to my offline business, and to dedicate, to my content creation, Yeah, so I'm, this is part of the experiment too, Now that I know what I know, that is, there's only so much energy that I have, only so much time in a day. Let me remove all of those distractions and really hone in and key on, if I'm going to be online, this is what I'm going to focus on, that, and not that, this, that. That's too much, And then also, I was interested, you guys, in trying different video formats, such as podcasting. I'm the type of person where I don't know if you guys are like that too. And if you are, holla at your girl. Drop a comment down below. I'm very intellectual. I am a sapiosexual. I love to listen to articulate, educated people, And so I'm a nerd, I'm a nerd at heart, And hubby is a nerd too, and that's one of the things that caught my eye, in addition to his very beautiful blue eyes. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. But yeah, I'm a sapiosexual, so when I'm doing things, when I'm preparing rituals or spells or when I'm preparing myself, energetically and spiritually for a reading, for a client or a customer, or for a counseling session. There are things that I'm doing, and I like to have something playing in the background, and I'm always constantly ever learning because, I want to go, there's always something that I could go back and refer to. I'm the type of person where I can watch a movie and I'm analyzing that movie, on a historical basis, on a spiritual basis, a metaphysical basis, a relationship basis, a political, social, all types of bases. That's just how my mind works, because, I know that art imitates life imitates art, and that, whereas other people think it's entertainment, I know better. I know that everything that we watch in the form of quote unquote entertainment is soft disclosure of some sort, and I'm going to find out what it is. That's just me. So I'm the type of person, dear one, that when I'm doing my day-to-day up here in my apothecary /witch cave /wife cave / little home studio where when I go down on the other side of the attic and fiddle diddle, and grip the mic and hum out a little tune here and there. That's what I do to keep the edge off. I like to have something to listen to in the background. So I'm very much so into podcasts. So I said, well, if I'm always searching for them on YouTube and I'm always trying to, see what's out there, especially as far as witchy content, I haven't yet been able to find, the type of content that really appeals to me in terms of my personality and my perspective. So I said, obviously I'm looking for myself. And so I need to just create that platform. So, that's another reason, you guys, why I decided to create this particular podcast YouTube channel, The House of Sage, okay? And I know that there are a lot of people like myself, you guys, who, you rolling, running errands in your vehicle, you cleaning up, cleaning your floors, you witches, you done boiled your herbs and, your essential oils and got the hot water and you scrubbing your floors or wiping down walls and doing this and that and smudging, and you want to have something to listen to, you listen to podcasts. So now you can listen to your girl. Because I said, I know that, let's just see how this works out as far as a different format for my tarot videos. I do, as you guys know, videos, tarot on the go, morning tea and tarot, evening tea and tarot. I do a podcast, tarot collective, read for the collective, and then I do my podcast series as well. These type of things, since it's podcast style, y'all can listen to me in the background while you're doing anything. So I wanted to provide a different type of format and see, how it takes as opposed to my original channel, which, is visual. You can't see my face. I show the cards, I show my hands or whatever. But, most times when people see a visual, they get caught up in just looking at it as opposed to listening to it. So I said, I'll check out a different format, And then, of course, it doesn't hurt, you guys, to get add another stream of income, another stream of AdSense income. I don't do collabs, so, that's not an income for me. I don't do live streams, so we won't be doing a super chat. I don't do that. So that's not a stream of income for me, and I don't sell merch, as of yet. Maybe I will in the future. We'll see, and, I don't do brand deals. I don't, represent other people's brands, on my channel and things of that nature, Very, very solo. I'm a solitary witch, the way I do things. And I'm very, very protective and exclusive of my energy and of my image, okay? So, it don't hurt to get another stream of AdSense income, right? It don't hurt to get another check so you can get a little bit more gas money, Yeah, ain't no such thing as too much money. Ain't no such thing as too many streams of income. Especially in this day and age, you definitely need more than one, okay? If you know, holla at your girl. Y'all see the crazy foolery that is going on in today's society, Gosh, it's just so much. Inflation, recession, this and that, So, you always got to be on post, doing what you need to do, The sacred scriptures say if a man don't work, a man don't eat, or a woman. But now it's to the point where, when you working, you better have more than one gig, Yeah, so I said, it's more of a a benefit to start a new channel as opposed to not having one, especially because I'm really focused on experimentation and seeing to what extent my original channel over there has been compromised in some way, shape, or form, by hate watchers and idiots, and by Mr. Algorithm that is, not too kind to content creators of color, And then, my last reason, dear one, there's probably some other reasons, but I'm going to wrap this up. One of the last reasons that, I decided that, I wanted to launch this second channel here is because, I wanted to decide of whether or not I will use this channel to offer online tarot reading services, I'm not going to offer it on my first channel because, as I said, my first channel has definitely been compromised. I got too many hate watchers over there. I got the #1 lurker and Cyber Roach over there watching and sending his mammy. Oh, mammy. Raggedy ass bitch over there. And whoever else he got over there in his harem, whole harem of fuckery, his baby mamas, all of them. I bet you all of them watching. I bet you every person he done fucked is watching. I bet you every person he done associated with in the industry did features for, and they did features on this shit. I bet you they watching. And that's probably where most of my damn views are coming from. They all from hate motherfucking watchers. So get my numbers up, bitch. That's all y'all good for. But, I'm not going to be bothered with them trying to infiltrate, my online business by trying to perpetrate as a potential client or customer, wanting to get a reading or a service or some shit, and then they trying to fuck up my shit. Because they do that. They got people all lurking around in the tarot community, you guys, and they stealing your identity, stealing your avatars, and then hitting up your customers and clients and your followers and your comment section on your YouTube channels, talking about some what's at me, what's at me, beloved. I feel called to let you know that you need to get a reading, you need a cleanse, all this type of fucking shit. Goddamn scammers from all over the world, scammers that because they exes and they secret admirers with a chemical imbalance and a heart on that they don't know what to do with. They've been poking everybody, thugging and mugging in these streets and shit, but it still ain't good enough because they want you. And the only reason why they want your ass is because you unavailable, uninterested, and unfuckwithable. Dig it. But they want you. So I just decided, I don't think I'm going to be, letting people on my first channel over there know that, I'm going to do some, offer some services, some tarot readings and things of that nature, even if it'll just be on a part-time basis. Because honestly, y'all, I would have to split myself in two in order to do that on a full-time basis with my offline business. There's just no way that's going to happen. And I'm not going to fuse the two together because, no. There's just too many crackpots online. So I'm keeping my shit that I've already established separate. So, in a nutshell, dear one, those are all the reasons that I could tell right off the bat as to why I decided to launch this second channel, my podcast YouTube channel, where I do, tarot, podcast style tarot readings, and podcast episodes over here, on the House of over here on the House of Sage. Okay? And so, you guys will stay tuned. You'll have to stay tuned and see, I'll chime in every now and then, maybe do an update in terms of, some of my findings, from my experiment from this second channel, but, I'm very grateful that I decided to just be obedient and to start it. Just to see how everything goes. I just know that whatever is meant for me is for me, There may be some obstacles, yes, there may be some delays, because apparently your girl is the shit and everybody be all up on me, even though they don't know me. They want to act like I'm their motherfucking homie, but you don't, and I ain't, So we just gonna see. We're gonna play it out, you guys, and see how it goes, okay? So that in and of a nutshell, dear one, this concludes today's podcast episode, y'all. Episode 1, okay? So stay tuned for more podcasts, you guys, which would be, aired I'm going to say once a month right here on my YouTube podcast channel, okay, The House of Sage. And lastly, as a special treat, you guys, stay tuned to one of my fun little witchy soul videos coming up next after this episode. I don't know which one it's going to be, so just stay tuned, okay? By the time it premieres, you'll be ready to see it. All right? And until next time, you guys, stay blessed, not stressed, do your part, and allow spirit to handle the rest. Peace. Wizards need loving too. So let me show you what this witch can do. And we'll take all night. And I'll be holding you, loving you, stroking you, baby. Crazy days, busy haze, 'cause you're out there fighting all them giants, babe. I just wanna ease your mind, 'cause you're all I need. You're my fantasy. Bring me to my knees, turn me into your flame, babe. And come and give me everything I need. Yeah, 'cause wizards need loving too. So let me show you what this witch can do. And we'll take all night. And I'll be holding you, loving you, and stroking you, baby. And witches need loving too. So come and show me what this wizard do. And we'll take all night. So come and love on me, stroke on me, feel on me, baby. 'Cause wizards need loving too. 'Cause you're my wizard, wizard, wizard. 'Cause wizards need loving too. 'Cause you're my wizard, wizard, wizard. 'Cause I know what you really want in me. I know I can be your fantasy. One more time. 'Cause I know what you really want and need. 'Cause I know I can be your fantasy.